Welcome back, everyone, to Galactic Reviews. This week, it was my movie. I chose The Shining, the classic horror movie, and I'm here today with Payson and Ethan. So, let's get started right off the bat with the trivia. By the way, I'll have the preface for this being a punishment. The punishment is to act out as best as you can. My favorite line in the movie that Jack had, which was the darling, love of my life, I'm not gonna hurt you. That one. I love that line.
So you're saying I gotta do that, bro?
As best as you can.
It's a 1v1.
Wait, why are you already
Payson.
saying that you're gonna do that?
Payson, it's 1v1 you versus me, bro. That is not fair.
Oh man, I might botch this up because I watched it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can I get like a 3-point advantage?
no.
Watch me get 4 points, bro. It's
Dude,
cool.
I'm
And
fine.
Andrew,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to look up the line too, bro, because I don't
You-
remember it. When I've got to do that after we do the trivia or whatever, let me
Why are
write
you
down all
saying
the
you gotta
words.
do that?
You can like,
Because I'm about to lose.
I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat.
My guy. Thank you, bro.
All right. So, question one.
One more thing. How many questions are there?
Just
8.
8.
8. Okay. Run that.
All right. Number 1. Who wrote the book the movie was based off of?
Yeah, I lost, bro.
All right, Payson.
Stephen King.
Ethan, just pass.
I was gonna say John F. Kennedy.
Gotcha. Nope. Shot in the dark.
Wait, what?
My fault.
All right, then. That's on
No,
to
I
number
burnt
2.
myself. My fault.
Oof. What was Danny's little boy that lived in his mouth, or his imaginary friend? What was the name of that little boy? All right, Payson, you got it. Ethan,
No, sir.
you don't know it.
No, sir.
Payson.
Tony.
I
Wait. What did you say the answer was for number 1?
It was Stephen King.
Okay, I was just making sure. I was too busy laughing. To be honest.
At what, bro? What's funny? What's funny,
is Tony.
Payson?
It is Tony. All right. Number 3. I'm speeding through these. What was Jack's occupation?
Like, what was he doing in the movie, or what was he trying to accomplish in the movie?
Neither. That was his hobby. You're thinking of writing the book. That was his hobby.
Okay.
But he had a job that paid the bills, which was said during his interview in the very beginning.
Payson, I know
Ethan,
you
you got
did
it?
this one wrong. I definitely do.
All right, Payson, you ready?
I'm gonna
It's
go
okay
with.
to get one wrong, Payson. 7 out of 8 is good.
I'm gonna go with teacher. I'm gonna go with
Ethan?
teacher.
My turn?
Yes,
Who's mailman?
it was teacher. he was a
confident on
teacher.
that one, too.
Yeah.
That was what I was gonna guess until I thought about it, and I was like, maybe he was
felt
maybe he
so
was a
confident.
teacher.
Right on to number 4. Why were they all alone in the resort? What was the reason that it was just them staying?
Just
Would you
because
like
I
me to
just wanted
answer?
Yeah, so I'll give
Oh,
you just a
geez.
quick hint. They were in a winter, a winter lodge,
Yeah. Oh,
But-
that's right, because everybody went snowboarding.
but half of the year it was closed. Why is that?
You said half what?
Half of the year it was closed. Why is it closed half of the year?
Because of the avalanche.
Payson, would you like to fill in the blank?
He was in there because he was the hotel caretaker. Because before May and October, he would take care of the hotel during the snowing season.
Well, more October to May.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, he would
yeah.
be in there from October to May, but they would
Yeah.
come in and move him
Yeah.
out from May to October.
Yeah, essentially, the winter was so bad on that mountain that they would lose money trying to keep the roads open for customers.
Yeah.
just because it costs so much to keep the roads clean and iced during that winter. So
Was
that's
that
why.
question number 5?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Halfway there.
can we talk about this? So you know how in baseball,
Uh-huh.
if you're getting beat just that bad, it's like
Oh,
they
mercy
got a
rule.
special rule, mercy rule. Yeah, you got the mercy rule, or you want to go through the whole thing? I'm just asking for a friend.
I think we should finish out the trivia.
Okay, okay, no, it's okay.
You might not like this
Oh,
one.
yeah,
What
this
was the
is
room
fun.
number that Danny was never supposed to go into? I'll do a speed round pace and go. Yeah, Ethan, do you have a room number in mind?
Um. Oh, are you waiting for me?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
I went first the last time.
Okay, yeah, sure, Payson. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt so that
Okay,
you could go
13. 13.
first. Payson,
237.
237.
I,
Almost.
That was a good guess.
It's okay. He was focusing on his studies, which is important.
yes, sir.
What was quote unquote The Shining? I'm not looking
So-
for the exact scientific definition.
All right.
You can give me the roundabout reason of what it is.
Was it like the sun could, like, how he could see things and stuff? How he had like a power?
Payson, what was your answer?
How they could, well, part of it was they could telepathically communicate with each other that could shine. Also, they could see things from the past that had happened at the location, depending on how evil the thing had been that had occurred at that location.
Yep, I'll take both answers.
Yes, sir.
I didn't have anything specific. It was just kind of the power that the boy and the man had, the shining that had a handful of abilities.
Yeah, it has a whole bunch of abilities.
Payson,
What?
I'm coming for you, bro.
Hey, you're catching. Yeah, you're
All
catching
right.
up.
So this one's more difficult. Was the person that Jack saw in the bathroom, the scene where it was the party and he got taken into the bathroom because he got spilled on his clothes, was that guy the person that he was told had killed his family during the interview? Was that guy?
Yes.
Payson?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You said no? No, that's what I said though.
So,
I said yes.
So I'll go into the answer, but the technical answer is that was not the guy that he was told about that had killed his family in 1970. It's a complicated thing that deals with kind of like incarnations or reincarnations, which we can talk about during the movie talk. But yeah, that was not him. That was someone else who had the same last name as him from decades earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the last one? Yeah. What was the bartender's name?
Okay.
All right, Payson.
Lloyd.
Yeah.
Lloyd.
That's it. All right. Well, that is it. So, Ethan, sometime you have to reenact that, whether you want to do that on the call or film it later and make it all dramatic. It's up to you.
I'll film it later. I'm gonna make
Yeah,
a
you
story
can film
just
it later.
for you, Andrew.
You could, yeah, you
For
film
you,
it
my
later.
boy.
Get all dramatic with it. All right. So, discussion time. Yeah, I'll jump right into that little technicality I was talking about. I don't have their. I'm gonna get their names. But what happened was this was not in the movie, and I had to delve into it. But the person that was in the newspaper from 1970, and who was the previous caretaker who went insane and killed his wife and kids and then killed himself, was the descendant or incarnation of someone who had worked in the hotel in like the 20s, which you kind of get that vibe and a little insight into that at the very end where it zooms in on that picture from 1920 that shows Jack there in that picture, which it doesn't go into that, but in the book it does more. about how that person, or Jack, is a reincarnation of the person who ran it in 1920. And he was just living out his past again. The time that happened in 1970 was not the first time it had happened.
Okay.
So that's what that was. The guy who did it, I think his name was Christian. Plot. Also, it was built on a Native American burial ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charles Grady was the one who killed his family, but Delbert Grady is the one he sees in the room. Delbert, not Charles.
Interesting.
So
Then
yeah,
why
that's
does
fun.
why does Delbert want to kill Danny so bad?
So
And Wendy.
what it kind of went into is that since it was built on a Native American burial ground, there was restless spirits and everything, and these restless spirits kind of tapped into the power that Danny had, and they were just angry and everything because it was built on their burial ground and everything. So
Okay.
those ghosts were just those ghosts were just kind of like apparitions that were built for each individual person who saw them. And so it kind of took him back to his past life sort of thing, which is how it explains how he knew Lloyd's name, because it was kind of like crossing the boundaries. They took a lot out of the book, apparently. So crossing the boundaries. Oh, and the reason he told him, he's like, what I did anyways, even though he didn't, he was kind of living up to what Jack thought he was. And put the insanity that was driving Jack more mad, and the anger of the spirits of the Native American burial ground, and was pushing that forward even more. And they're getting stronger because of the power that Danny had that they were leeching off of. And yeah. But yeah, that's it. It brought into like time travel and reincarnation, and brought that into it, which I didn't expect it to. But you'd have to like read the book or dive deep into the movie to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first time I saw the movie. What did you guys think?
Personally, I thought it was, well, going into it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a light movie, like easy work, you know? And I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same here.
I mean, it's called The Shining, bro.
Yeah, it's one of those classic horror movies. That's why I picked it. I had never seen it before. It was made in 1980. I didn't expect it to be all that intense because the only thing I knew from it was the axe and the "Here's Johnny" scene. I was like, oh, that's just a typical. Oh, bye, Ethan. Typical slasher film. It took like a typical slasher film. I thought it was just gonna be very generic, but it was much more intense than I was expecting it to be.
It's rated R, right? I'm pretty sure.
It has to be.
I would assume it is.
I mean, yeah, I would assume.
It might have been out before ratings.
Yeah.
Payson, what do you think?
I thought it was interesting. I thought that some of the acting could have been better.
Bro, it's an old movie, bro.
I know it's an old movie, but like
no,
the people that weren't like main characters acted better than the main characters in a sense.
That's tough. I don't know why. I just genuinely give older movies just a break. You know, I'm like, it's good.
Yeah, I do too.
Jack Nicholson, his character, he was like, his acting wasn't as good until he went insane, and then it became really good. It became better in my opinion. The editing, the transition from 1 month to Monday, Tuesday, that just looked weird even for a 1980s film.
It looked weird, but the way they matched it with the music, sometimes it got me.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that. I
When
didn't
they'd
think
all of a
about
sudden
that.
flash it and all of a sudden have the music just go up, that it would get me when
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it.
Mm.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Uh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently the character in the book, Jack Nicholson's character, Jack Hardy, um, his character was much more sympathetic and it was a much more
It was a much more complex from what I read.
yeah, it was much more
They were.
complex in his fall into insanity.
Yeah.
But this one, it was kind of like it made it seem like he was unhinged from the start, and it just unleashed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So Stephen King doesn't like this movie. He
Yeah.
did
I
not
don't
like what they
blame
did
him.
to his story.
I
He
don't
did not
blame
like
him
what they did to his
because.
story.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Because from what
apparently,
I
it's
read,
classic. So
yeah. Well, apparently from what I read, because I did not read the book, but from what I've read off of Wikipedia and the comparison or whatever, the book seems way more uh, interactive. You get to see more of the mom, Wendy. You get to see the
mhm.
whole family dynamic more. Um, it just it you really don't get to see that, and it was just not as well driven for
and
kind of
in a year or two, we can redo this movie, but not this movie itself. We could do like the extended cut or a reboot of it because
yeah.
I think there's one or two other versions, but we'll actually have some red rum.
Yo,
Did that just go over everyone's head?
I got that. Yeah.
lucky. No, y'all know I'm pretty retarded and dumb and stupid. So can you repeat that?
Red rum, which is the thing that the boy constantly repeated, which happened to be murder written backwards. Um, the red rum.
Mm-hmm.
So I said next time we
Yo,
do this movie, we could do red rum. We'll just have our little glasses of red rum that we put back.
uh, yo. So a fun fact. So I was telling my girl about this before, right? Like the movie, and she was like, "Ooh, The Shining," and she told me this fun fact, right? That I'm just gonna read it to y'all.
Go for it.
Okay, so it was like this. So the woman who played the wife was actually mentally and verbally abused by the director during filming, and it stressed her out and influenced her acting in a good way.
I did not know that. I was gonna place my bets that you were gonna say the fun fact was that the "Here's Johnny" line was improvised, but that's more interesting.
Yeah, and like even I think she was saying her hair was falling out from stress.
I mean, you could tell. Oh my goodness, knowing
Yeah.
that now, you could tell
Mm-hmm.
she was hysteric in those moments when she had to be. She was hysteric.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there for y'all. Yeah.
Well, the fun fact that I was mentioning was that the "Here's Johnny" line, because there's no one in the movie named Johnny. That was referencing how they would introduce Jimmy Carson on the Tonight Show with the "Here's Johnny" every
Mm-hmm.
time. So
That's interesting.
he was like, "I'll do this" when he did it, and it just worked. So yeah.
My interesting fact was that Halogen was not supposed to die.
Who?
Really.
The black guy.
I thought his name was. Oh, you said his last name, not his
Yeah.
first name. That's why I missed it. Yeah, he wasn't.
No, in the book he lives.
Well, in the book, the topiary animals in the maze come alive.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. In the
and then you
book he
found out that
lives.
Tony is actually Danny from the future.
I
Word?
thought Tony was Danny's middle name. Anthony.
In the movie, and I think, and I don't know if this is the book, but at least the directed cut movie, I think it is. It might
Yeah.
be in the book, but Tony is Danny's future self trying to help him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That would have been more interesting to know if they put that in the movie.
Yep. So yeah, that's all the talking points I got. If you guys got anything else you want to say.
Um,
Oh, we got
straight.
a question. Ethan, we totally forgot. Who is Kronk of last movie?
Black
Huh?
Panther.
Who is the Kronk of the Black Panther?
Who was the Kronk of the Black Panther, bro?
M'Baku.
M'Baku. Yeah, I agree with that one.
I can settle for that.
Either him or the agent guy, but I don't think he would have.
Nah,
I don't think he's the right one for that.
he had some
I think
comic
it's
relief, but
M'Baku.
he was too uptight.
Yeah, he was too serious.
And I would say
He'd be more
Claw
of a-
is. Go ahead.
He'd
Hold
be
on,
more of
hold
a Pacha. He'd be more of a Pacha.
M'Baku?
to be
Hold
honest.
on. Hey, yo, I might be tripping.
He's the dude who led the Jabari.
The guy with the ape mask.
Who I got in mind? You remember that dude who lost his arm, bruh?
Claw.
Yeah.
Claw, bro.
I think
he's the
he
Kronk.
was also in the running
He's
for
the
me.
Kronk
But
to me, bro. He's the
Okay.
Kronk of the movie for me, at least.
Okay. I
for
can
me,
see that.
he's too chaotic to be my Kronk. But
Yeah.
But see,
Not my Kronk.
Emperor's New Groove on like Savage level is right here,
true.
and Black Panther is right here. Everything, all the Savage level stepped up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean. You upped it up. Okay.
Huh?
You upped it. I see what you did. You leveled it up for everything. Okay, so then who is the Kronk of The Shining?
I don't know. That's
I've-
hard, patient.
I'm trying to think. I would have to say either Halogen or I'm probably saying his name wrong too. It's probably not Halogen. It's probably like Halogen or something.
Nah. Go ahead. Who else?
I'm trying to think.
For me, it was either I think it was the dude who answered the radio, the police officer who answered the radio. He was the most I don't know. There was not much comic relief in the movie. Alrighty then. Well, that is this week's episode of Galactic Reviews reviewing The Shining. Next week it is Zach's turn. Rest in peace. He is not with us this week.
Rest
The
in peace to
traitor.
that homie.
But it will be his movie, and it will be Wonder Woman.
Yep.
So look forward to that.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see
All
you
right,
in the
yo.
next one, guys.